Chad Hasty Show, News Talk, KFYO. We switch gears, and it's time to talk a little high school football with Stephen Orr from the West Texas Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Stephen, good morning. How are you?
I'm great, Chad. How are you today?
Doing great. It's Friday. That means a little high school football action going on.
A little high school football is correct. This is the midpoint of the season for most teams. We have 168 teams that we normally cover that are idle tonight. So we only have 143 games versus our normal 200
so
to 215.
It's going to be a nice, relaxing night then.
A cakewalk. But, some district play already going on. You've got District 2 of 5A Division 1, and that has most of your Lubbock schools playing district ball tonight. You've got Lubbock High hosting Amarillo Paldura. Paldura comes in at 2-3 on the year, 0-1 in district. Lubbock High at 1-4, and 0-1 in district play. And might be an opportunity for the Westerners to pick up that district win. Is Paldura did not look very good last week, and I think Lubbock High has a chance there. You've got Lubbock Coronado, the Mustangs, traveling down to take on the Abilene Cooper Cougars. Coronado sitting at 4-1 on the year. Abilene Cooper's at 2-3, but 1-0 in district play, and Cooper played a really, really stout non-district schedule, so you can't read a whole lot in to that pre-district record there. But should be a really good ball game down there at Cooper. Cooper had a big win last week over Lubbock Monterey, racking up 58 points in that ball game. So Coronado needs to show up ready to play, but their offense has been really good, and I think they have a good chance there. Lubbock Monterey travels up to Amarillo to take on the Amarillo High Sandies. Monterey's 2-3 on the year, 1-0 or 0-1 in district play with losing last week. This is Amarillo High's first ball game, district ball game, and they're 3-1, and Amarillo High really tough as they always are. They can run the ball well, and Monterey's going to have to really be stout on defense to come away with a win in that ball game. We drop down into some non-district action where the Brownfield Cubs are 4-2 on the year, coming off a pretty tough loss last week to Shallowater, but they're feeling a whole lot better than they have as far as that team, and they're doing better, and they travel down to take on San Angelo Lakeview. Lakeview is a team that has struggled mightily for years, and they're not that great. They're 1-5 right now in the year, and I think Brownfield probably has a chance to pick up a win there. You've got the Seminole Indians traveling up to Levelland to take on the Lobos, a battle of two teams that are 3-2 on the year. This is non-district action, but this should be a really good football game. Seminole kind of in rebuild mode as they lost a lot of kids last year, but they're still playing pretty good ball. And Levelland is a high-powered offense, and that should be a good ball game. The Snyder Tigers host Fort Stockton Panthers. Fort Stockton comes into this ball game at 5-0 on the year. Snyder's at 3-1 on the year, and Snyder's off to one of their better starts in several years, and they've been playing pretty good ball. They're really stout on defense, and that should be a great test for them, and also be a good test for Fort Stockton. One of the things about Fort Stockton, seems like every year they get off to a real good start in non-district play, and then only to find out that maybe that non-district schedule wasn't that stout when they get into district. Of course, they're in a really tough district, but that's district play for District 1 of 4A Division 2, as that's their start of the year. Lamesa takes on Midland Greenwood. Lamesa's at 1-4, Greenwood's at 3-2. We'll see how that one turns out. And then Lubbock Estacada is playing non-district action against Clint tonight, so a big roadie there. But Estacada's at 3-2 on the year, and their offense continues to get better and better. I don't think they're going to have any trouble at all when we look at taking on Clint in that ball game. And then the only other one we have on the board is New Deal hosting Lubbock Trinity Christian. New Deal's at 4-0 on the season, and they have been really solid in what they're doing. Trinity Christian at 2-2. This is probably going to be the toughest game they've played, and I think it'll be pretty hard for them to come away with a win in that one.
Yeah. So what are some of the big games, as far as what games you would travel to go and see tonight?
I would go see Lubbock Coronado take on Abilene Cooper. I think that's the best game on our board in the Lubbock area. And then, like I said, I like that Fort Stockton-Snyder game. I'm also really interested in the Seminole Levelland game. So Seminole, Levelland's right there close. The other two require a bit of travel, but those are the best 3 games I see on the board.
Very nice. And so, next week, that's when everybody gets back up and rolling?
Next week, we'll be in full swing in district action. You've got District 2 of 6A, which right now you've got Midland Lee at 4-1, Odessa's at 4-1, Permian's at 3-2, Friendship's in there at 3-2, Tascosa's at 3-2, and Midland at 2-3. So we're going to have to see. Permian's put up 217 points on the year. Friendship has scored 155. They've given up 157. So that's going to be a pretty competitive district. Midland Lee looks really good this year, and Friendship much improved. So we'll see there when you get into District 2 of 5A Division 1. We just talked about that district. Coronado's got more wins. They're 4-1. Amarillo, Caprock, Abilene is at 3-2. Cooper is at 2-3. Amarillo High at 3-1. Monterey sitting there at 2-3, and then Lubbock at 1-4. Lubbock still needing to find a way to score some points. That's their big deal this year. They've only scored 71 points so far. You look at District 2, Abilene or Lubbock Cooper sitting at 5-0 on the year. Wichita Falls High is at 2-3. Canyon Randall at 1-4. Wichita Falls Ryder at 1-4. Plainview at 1-4. Abilene Wiley at 0-5.
Wow.
They moved up into Class 5A this year. Wiley's a team that's always making the deep playoff runs.
Right.
0-5 on the year. They've scored 77 points while giving up 201.
Not a good move up, huh? As of right now, not a good move up.
Yeah, how's that working for you? Not so good, but I tell you what, when you look at the Cooper Pirates there, you have to think in that district, those guys, they're going to be favored to get the win there. When you drop down into 4A, Andrew, Seminole, Big Spring, and San Angelo, Lakeview in that district too, everybody goes to the playoffs.
Everybody goes. So there you go.
You can go over and go to the playoffs.
And I know you love that.
Well, I'm going to slide my soapbox back under my desk now, and we'll move right along.
Everyone wins. You get a playoff spot. You get a playoff spot. You get a playoff
Everybody gets
spot.
You could go 0-10 and go to the playoffs. It's absolutely ludicrous. When you look at Division 2 of the 4A, that's Lubbock Estacada's district, Levelland, Dalhart, Borger, and Perryton. I will tell you right now that it will be between Lubbock Estacada and Levelland for a district championship. I don't see any of those teams from up near Canada competing. They're just not there. So, lots of long road trips, but I think at the end of the day, that district will come down to the winner of the Lubbock Estacada and Levelland game there. And I was going to look real quickly at 3A Division 1 as we get ready to start district play next week. If my computer will cooperate with me. But anyway, Shallow Water, I think, is one that you've got to be really excited about when you look at at their district race. They're playing lights out right now.
Right.
And Slayton is another one. I think, that's surprising to me, but Slayton's off to a 4-1 start. They have only given up 80 points on the year. Their defense is ferocious. They held New Deal to 19 points, was quite an accomplishment. So they're sitting there, and then you've got Bushland at 3-2, Littlefield at 1-4, Amarillo, River Road, and Muleshoe. River Road 1-4, and Muleshoe at 0-5. So another district where I think you can pick your early. It'll be between Bushland, Slayton, and Shallow Water. And again, I think Slayton and Shallow Water probably are the teams to beat in that district.
Stephen Orr, West Texas Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.
Chad, thank you as always. Have a great weekend.
You too.